There's something to be said about companies who really specialize into niche markets and put all their resources towards improving said product. Today, we're talking about ADAS and a company that is completely focused on this category and safety. Rydeen is the brand at hand, and today we've got product expert Ruben Torres joining us to talk us about all the great new products from Rydeen. This is CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM, Rydeen, and it starts now. Welcome, everybody, to another CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu, and on the menu today is ADAS. Yes, that acronym that represents Advanced Driver Assistance and Safety. And this is a brand new category that for many dealers, they may only be finding out about it right now. But don't be worried, because there are some incredible products in this category, an opportunity that's knocking on the door. On this product, we are talking about Rydeen, a brand specializing in this category with different solutions from rearview mirrors to blind spot detection and, yes, of course, cameras as well. Now, Ruben, you're joining us today. You're the sales manager. What can you tell us about the conversation that we're going to have today?
Hey, Ben, you're right. Thank you for having me here. And we are going to talk about three different topics. One, the Tombo, that we're real famous for, our blind spot detection kits, which have been killing it, and our cameras that everybody loves.
All right, we're going to get into safety real quick, but before that, an opportunity for our partner SiriusXM to remind you dealers out there why you should love it. And when we come back, I've got Ruben Torres from Rydeen, and we're talking ADAS.
Hey guys, Ricky Lima here from SiriusXM. I had a chance to speak to some dealers and ask them what they love about selling SiriusXM. Here's what they had to say.
Coast-to-coast coverage.
I love SiriusXM for commercial-free music.
It's a great add-on sale and a profit opportunity.
We love selling SiriusXM because you can listen to the same channel coast to coast.
Profitability and ease of installation. It's a no-brainer.
We love selling SiriusXM for its ease of installation, great profitability, and reliability.
People love it.
All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Now, Ruben, for those that are getting into ADAS, discovering the different brands that are involved in this category, Rydeen is certainly one of those premier brands that is very specialized to ADAS. But for the record, tell us a little bit about the history of Rydeen and how this all became a success story when in the ADAS category.
Yeah, sure. So Rydeen has been around for about 15 years, and from the jump has been focused primarily around ADAS. So Phil Maeda, the president, when he started this company, he wanted to specifically focus on safety, and he stuck to that plan. Slowly starting off with camera solutions and monitors, into GPS mirrors that integrated blind spot as well as Bluetooth and camera inputs, to now our DVR systems, our unique blind spot detection kits, and it's just growing. So we're doing multi-channel DVRs, wireless systems, and like you mentioned, the fact that we are 100% focused on this category gives us the advantage in the case that we're only exploring what can be made and what can be improved on as far as ADAS systems go.
And Ruben, this honestly is one of the things I'm most excited about for this category. Even here on CMA Networks, when we decided to bring ADAS on as one of the segments that we'll be covering, it was somewhat new and in its juvenile state. But I really feel in the last 2-3 years, this is a category that has certainly grown. There are more dealers adopting it. And to see the opportunities that reside within ADAS, I think is what's going to see it grow over the next few years for sure. Now, on that topic, we're talking about growth. Of course, we want to start with a product that is absolutely turning heads and really making a name for itself. It's in the mirror category, but it does so much more than that. And we're going to let you talk about the brand new Tombo 360X.
Yeah, so our Tombo 360X is the flagship product, top of the line unit, all in one. You'll have the option to add blind spot to it, has a proximity sensor to activate when the vehicle is off if somebody approaches the vehicle. And then you have that nice 10-inch screen with dual input. So one, you have your 360 camera recording. You have your second option, backup camera recording as well, and the option to use it as a full mirror replacement. So you're getting everything in this package of the Tombo 360X. A step down from that would be our 360 View SPL, which is built exactly like the Tombow 360X. You're still going to get that nice quality in there. Braided cable comes out the back of the unit, not a bunch of wires sticking out of the top. And this is going to do the same thing where you have the option to do it as a full mirror placement or strap it onto an existing mirror. One thing with this unit is that it does not have the built-in LEDs that would go here if you wanted to add blind spot. So for somebody that's looking for the Tombow 360X experience but doesn't need the extra added features like the blind spot detection kit to be added, or the proximity sensor, or the USB-C to transfer files out, this is a perfect option, perfect choice for somebody like that. Saves them a little bit of money, but also gives them the full 360 recording experience.
I gotta admit, Ruben, that is a pretty slick unit. I've seen a different lot of mirror systems out there, and this Tombow system seems like it was well thought out. And I would love to see what the images would look like, and maybe we'll circle back on a future show to see what that looks like. Now, moving on to our hardware list, another huge category when it comes to ADAS is of course blind spot detection. And when it comes to blind spot detection, well, let's just say Rydeen's got more than just one option for you.
Yes, you are correct. So we do have a couple different blind spot options. I would say the one that stands out the most would be our BSS1, which is a single radar solution. So traditionally, you would have a left and right radar puck working at 24 gigahertz, and it would have to be mounted on the body of the vehicle, angled in a certain direction so that you get the best coverage. Now with this new system, it's a single 77 gigahertz radar puck that mounts in the center of the bumper. So it just makes the job so much easier for an installer to not have to worry about angling the pucks, mounting them to the body of the vehicle. This new BSS1, as long as you have it in the center of the vehicle, you're going to still get your what we call a Type 3 radar system, which gives you alerts on vehicles that are passing you, which is the main threat, and also vehicles that you're overtaking. So you get that OEM quality from that blind spot kit, and it's so much easier to actually install it. Our two other kits that we have that are very unique and very successful, have been around for a while, are the BSS2 LPB and the BSS2 LPBC. These are both license plate bar mounted blind spot kits, and they were traditionally designed for trucks, but have become just an easier install for our dealers to put on a vehicle. So it doesn't matter if it's a sedan, SUV, or a truck, this universal application will accommodate pretty much anybody, from guys with a metal bumper, which is a huge deal. So these radar systems can't penetrate the metal. So the reason why this license plate bar does so great is that for anybody that has a metal bumper, trucks mostly, you have an option now to add blind spot to their vehicle. And one thing you do want to note, Ben, is that we do have the BSS2 LPB kit, which is similar to the BSS2 LPBC kit, but without the camera.
All right, Ruben. So we've had a discussion about the 360 cam and mirror. Now we've talked about blind spot kits. And what we're going to talk about next is arguably one of the biggest categories within ADAS, and that is, of course, cameras. And let me tell you, Rydeen is no slouch in the camera offering department. We've got a whole bunch of them to go through. I'll give you an opportunity to kind of maybe pick your top 5 that dealers really need to know about.
You know, Ben, when it comes to cameras, we got your back. So I can sit here and go through the whole line, but I think I'm going to pick 5 that dealers really need to know about. Starting off here with the HD4. So our HD4 is like our Tombow in the sense of cameras, flagship product. So this is a solid product, universal, can be used on any of our brackets, our Jeep brackets, our license plate brackets, can be mounted directly to the vehicle via the bracket that it has built in on it here. And it can also be used as a front-facing camera. The highlight about this product here is not only one, that it's universal, but 2, that you're able to use it as a front-facing camera and get the highest resolution out of it. So this camera here is very, very popular with a lot of the bigger screens where you need that higher resolution. They'll be having the option to mount this camera and get the best picture quality out of it, and of course be universal. Moving on next to our CM-CKH5, which is our universal keyhole camera. So as you can see here in the picture, you're able to mount it in a couple different ways. One is the most used option here, which is the keyhole style, which is kind of like a parking sensor, you could say, that mounts flush. So I'll see this being used in a lot of applications where, one, they don't have a specific spot to mount the camera, and they may have to pick a certain part of the vehicle to mount it in. So say on a commercial vehicle where they don't have the option to have it protrude out of the vehicle because it may get damaged, it may get stepped on. This is a flush mount system, and it can also be used in the front of a vehicle. So this is a really cool piece. You can mount it a couple different ways, and there's no going wrong with this camera. Moving on to our CMD 700, which is our dual blind spot kit style cameras. So this one here, as you can see, has a left and a right camera mounting option. So one on the left side, say one on the right side, and these mount on the side mirrors. Activate via turn signal. So these cameras are a quick solution to a blind spot kit if you wanted a visual aid for your blind spot. This is actually real similar to our CM side cameras. So I don't have a CM side camera here with me, but I can show you what they look like. Basically, if you were to get one of these side cameras, CM sides, this is actually what you're looking at here. So this CM side camera is one individual camera, real similar to our side cameras, the D700, but comes with the different wire harness on this. So this can be used as a front camera, rear camera when it comes to the CM side. It can be used as a side camera. You can have one camera, say on the left side of the vehicle or right side, aiming down your blind spot. Cool thing about the CM side and these D700s is this camera actually rotates in the housing. So this lens, you can put it, say, facing the side of the vehicle and rotate this image around. Pretty cool. The CM Duo 3 HD, similar to the video quality you would get with an HD4, but in a different housing. So you have a zinc alloy housing. This is for rear only, but you can see you can actually mount it horizontal or vertically and give you that different angle. So on box trucks, commercial style vehicles, or if you want an OEM looking camera, something really nice, you can get this Duo here and then have that high quality picture and a nice housing there. Of course, with all these cameras that we talked about, except for the D700, you're going to get the QD wire harness, which is a huge deal. The QD wire harness, what makes it so special is that you're able to actually wire the system specifically to your needs. If you wanted it to be just a backup camera and work that way, cool. If you wanted to use it off an accessory and power the camera up and put the picture on the screen whenever you want, this harness, one, gives you that option because it has what we call pass-through wires to wire it however you want, and then two, to service it. So God forbid you do need to service this, all you have to do, and the reason why we call it QD wire, quick disconnect, is that the harness disconnects easily. You're not ripping the whole RCA cable out of the vehicle. God forbid you have to replace the harness on it.
Well, Ruben, certainly an amazing assortment of all types of cameras for every situation possible. Definitely a great catalog when it comes to cameras from Rydeen. Now, before I let you go, Ruben, can you give us some insight as to where this is going? You know, ADAS is one of those categories that's consistently growing. It's definitely getting bigger. What's in store for the future of Rydeen?
Yeah, so I can give you some insight on our direction and what we're looking forward to. So just like all the traditional stuff that you've seen us do, we're working on the picture quality. So moving forward, similar to our Tombo system, where it's a digital picture, AHD quality style stuff, we're going to be introducing a couple of new products that are going to basically piggyback off of that. So you're going to have something similar to like a R1000P commercial camera we carry, but with a higher resolution, a monitor to accept that higher resolution. So the camera is only as good as the monitor you use it with. And we're working on a combo kit for a commercial application that'll be nice digital style picture. We call it's an AHD style camera. So you'll see a lot of more transitioning into a traditional CVBS to AHD style quality. So we're working on, one, we have a good platform as far as what we've been doing, but now it's time to step it up and give people a better picture quality at the least.
That was a Rydeen sales manager, Ruben Torres, giving us all the details on a couple of the popular products from Rydeen. Now, if you're interested in any of the products we covered on today's show, I do encourage you to check out their official website at rydeenmobile.com. We'll put it up on the screen right now. And now, if you're looking at this from a Canadian perspective, well, then you need to know Rydeen's distributor up here happens to be Importel. On that note, cue the 12-volt Viking as we go to Jaron Gelmalon for some insight. Now, Jaron, ADAS is certainly a category which is growing. We know this. And Rydeen is creating some pretty unique opportunities with the products that they're offering. What have you seen so far from our Canadian dealers when it comes to this Rydeen type product?
Yeah, the market of ADAS is always growing and changing dramatically over the years. From basic cameras, back in the day, we didn't have basic backup cams in vehicles. Now you want a 360 view all around the car. If you're backing up or going forward, everyone wants to know what's going on in the car all the time. So products like the Tombo 360 that gives you that inside and outside view all the way around. Once you guys see that product in action, you're going to love it and start selling it to everyone. And then AHD products, that's just the next level. And that's what I mean by the ADAS category is growing and evolving. They're coming out with new solutions and better quality solutions and better quality cameras out there. The need is out there and people are looking for it, especially in Canada as well as in the US.
So, Jaron, today Ruben covered a lot of different product. Obviously, these are all available via Importel. But if you had to pick off a few for dealers to kind of remember and think about, what would they be?
Definitely the ones you want to remember and your go-to is the Tombo 360X. Think of that as an all-around good camera or mirror replacement that also has built-in dash cam functionality and the ability to add a rear camera. I think that's just a win-win. My other top two products that I probably are my go-tos for a store is definitely CMHD4. That's the most common camera we sell. Everyone loves that high-quality camera with the bigger style head units now, 10, 12-inch head units. You need that high-resolution camera. And speaking of high-resolution cameras, one of my other favorite ones is the Duo 3 HD. That OEM look to it and the ability to flip it vertically, that one's a little bit different, but it's a good option for customers and dealers out there. Say a van or a cube truck or an SUV that you want to flip that image vertically, not horizontally like a lot of cameras do. Those would be my go-to pieces as a dealer.
I want to take this opportunity and thank my guests today, both Ruben as well as Jaron from Importel, for joining me on this adventure about Rydeen. And here are my closing comments. So ADAS, right? Kind of boring. Cameras, wrong. This is an amazing category to get into right now because technology has caught up. This is where customers are coming in demanding the latest tech be installed into their vehicles because they've seen it, they've been exposed to it, and now with products like Rydeen, they can have it and you guys, the dealers, can install it. Let's talk about that Tombo 360. What a unique, all-inclusive, premium product that deserves to be shown to customers once they see the image and what this thing can do for them. Like Jaron said, I echo what his statement is. People will want it. Very innovative and very unique in this category. Add to that the selection of blind spot detection as well as their very extensive catalog of cameras. I mean, this is a company that literally has got your back regardless of the situation, from blind spot to front to back to weatherproof to nighttime, you name it. Check out their catalog. They've got the right camera for you. And finally, to hear Ruben talk about the future of where Rydeen is going, investing into the higher quality digital solutions. This is certainly where the automakers are going, and we as the aftermarket need to go there too. Thank you, Rydeen, for keeping up on the charge and getting us there. That's it for this CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Until next time, we connect.
There's never been a better time to have SiriusXM with over 150 channels in your vehicle. Your Platinum Plan offer includes more than ever before to enjoy online, on your phone, or at home. Create your own ad-free personalized stations powered by Pandora. Hear ad-free extra channels and enjoy favorite shows with SiriusXM Video on Demand. What you love is on now.